Now, funerals are being held in Pakistan for some of the 57 people killed in two separate bomb attacks on Friday. At least 52 people were killed in a blast at a religious gathering in the northern province of Balochistan. Another explosion killed at least 5 people in Hangu near Peshawar, and that is where Kamal Haider is joining us from now in Hangu. Kamal, what's happening where you are?
Well, right now you can see there is some activity. Obviously, the rubble that you see behind me used to be a mosque. And this was also one of the places where the suicide bomber was able to blow himself up. Now, here in Hangu, 2 attackers were involved. The police was able to neutralize 1 attacker outside. That gun battle basically alerted everybody who had congregated for their Friday prayers, dozens of them, alerted them, and they were able to escape away from the mosque. Then that is why we do not have the kind of casualties that we saw in Mastung, where the crowd had gathered, hundreds of people together. So at least some relief as far as casualties is concerned, but nevertheless a day of mourning, not just for the victims of Mastung, but also for the victims of Hangu.
Kamal, you've explained to us that one of the vulnerabilities of Pakistan is, of course, the very long border that it shares with Afghanistan. Some of the armed groups on the other side of the border coming in to carry out these attacks. So I don't know if that's the case in this particular attack, but the Pakistani government and the Afghan government now seem to be on the same page when it comes to fighting this.
Absolutely, because the Afghan Taliban had given a commitment in Doha to the Americans that their soil will not be used to attack any neighboring country. In Chitral, just a few weeks ago, this is in the north, hundreds of Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan fighters attacked across the border, and after that Pakistan lodged a very strong complaint against the Afghan government for not doing enough. Since then, the Afghan government, of course, has undertaken a huge operation in Kunar. They've arrested hundreds of TTP fighters and, of course, are going out for the sanctuaries that are on the other side. But as you mentioned, these 2 attacks did not take place anywhere near the border. Mastung is quite far from the border, about 50 kilometers from Quetta. And Hangu itself is also quite far from the border, which would suggest that many of these fighters from the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, from Islamic State, Khorasan, have been able to establish some foothold in the hinterland and rural areas. And it is from there that they're able to launch these audacious attacks, targeting not just the security forces personnel, but as we saw, even civilians.
Al Jazeera's Kamal Haider reporting there from Hangu on the aftermath of 2 suicide bombing attacks in Pakistan. Thank you very much, Kamal. The United Nations is sending a humanitarian mission to Nagorno-Karabakh.